Hi everybody, welcome to Hardcore. My name is Wendy and I will be here to guide you through our workout today. We have a really quick little activation series, 3 exercises to start off our class. Then we're going to go through a series of exercises and alternate those with a version of a plank in between. So we're just basically going to go back and forth from being on our backs for exercise to rolling over onto our bellies, pushing ourselves up into a plank position and holding that plank. I'll give you some variety if you want to spice it up a little bit for the plank so that it's not the exact same thing every time. And we're going to move through those exercises for our class. So each exercise will be 45 seconds. Each plank will be 30 seconds as we go back and forth through those. So quick little class that we got for you today. So we're going to start on all fours for our little activation series here. So for this, each of these is going to be about 45 seconds in length. We're going to start on all fours, shoulders stacked above our wrists, hips stacked above our knees. We are going to start with pushing our right heel towards the back. So tuck those toes under here. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see me here. So tuck those toes under, push that right heel towards the back wall. Next, we're going to take our left hand, reach it out in front of us. We lower that hand, knee down, push the left heel towards the back wall. All 5 toes are down. Reach the right arm up over in front of us or out in front of us if that feels good for you. And then we lower down. So alternating sides, moving with your breath. So we've got about 45 seconds here as you're here. Slow, controlled movements. Inhale and exhale. Keeping that belly button pulled up towards our spine, tucking that tailbone under. In about 5 seconds, we're going to move into a plank position. So option knees can be down or knees can be up. So go ahead and move to that plank position. Our shoulders are stacked over our wrists. Our heels push down towards the back of our mat. Option, those knees can be down. We're actually going to add some movement here. So we're going to move from a plank to a downward facing dog. So from here, we lift our hips up towards the ceiling, stretching out through the shoulders if you need to. Bicycle those heels out a little you can, and then shift that weight back forward into our plank pose. We need to drop the knees for a second, we can. Then we lift. Knees lift our hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, shift back forward into that plank pose. Hold for just a moment. Moving back and forth through these poses for about 15 more seconds. Then we're going to come back to all fours. Revisit that bird dog that we did at the first exercise. 3, 2, 1, drop the knees. All right, so we're going to stay on one side though right now. So we're going to push our right heel towards the back wall, extend our left arm overhead. From here, we bring our knee to elbow underneath, touch that knee to elbow, and, extend it back out. So knee to elbow and extend. 30 seconds on each side here. If you wobble, if you lose your balance, that's okay. All right, we switch sides, same thing, other side. Left heel to right elbow, or left heel pushes back, right arm reaches forward, so left knee to left, right elbow. Trying to keep those hips steady, those shoulders square to the floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, so we're going to take it down onto our back for our first exercise here. So you're going to start with a bicycle crunch. So here, our fingertips are going to be behind our ears. Our knees are going to be stacked over our hips. So in this exercise here, we're going to extend one leg, bring the opposite knee to opposite elbow. Switch sides. So again, we are here 45 seconds in the exercise, and we will roll over for our plank pose right after this. You got this. push that heel, flex the foot, toes are up to the ceiling. 3, 2, we roll it over. So you can face whichever direction you want. We roll it right over, straight into that plank. Whatever version works best for you. If you need to drop the knees, do so. If that feels good, you feel confident, you feel strong to progress, you're gonna take those knees up off the mat. Driving through the heels, pull the belly button up towards the spine, tuck that tailbone under. Check in, are your shoulders over your wrists? If they're not there, get them there. You can do it. 10 more seconds. So we're gonna roll it back to our back. We're gonna amp up that bicycle crunch just a little bit. 3, 2, 1, lower the knees. All right, so now we're gonna go for a sprinter's crunch. So we're gonna take it all the way down on our backs. So from here we have a couple of options. You can hold on to that bicycle crunch like we did before, but we're gonna extend those legs all the way out, and our arms are gonna be like a runner. So I'm gonna bring my upper body up, opposite knee to opposite elbow, lower all the way down. Switch sides, opposite knee to opposite elbow, lower. Okay, so I'll give you some options once we start moving through this exercise here, but we will start in 3, 2, 1, 45 seconds, sprinter's crunch. Option, if you need to, we're gonna take those hands right behind you. Knee comes up, you lower down. Knee comes up, you lower down. Option 2, knee to elbow, but those feet stay on the mat. Our back stays nice and straight once we're up. Our chest lifts, pulling that belly button in, or if we need a little bit more today, those feet hover above the mat. But if you notice your feet start to, or your form starts to slack, scale it back to whatever version of this works best for you. I'm gonna stick to the traditional version here. You choose what's best for you. Almost there. 5, 3, we roll it over into that plank. 2, 1, roll it over. Knees down or knees up. All right, if you want to spice it up, add a little bit to your plank today. What I want you to do, shift that weight forward and back. So you come up onto those toes with the balls of the feet, and then push those heels back. Option, you can always drop down to your forearm for any of these planks. Takes a little bit off the wrist. You can shift forward and back. Or you just hold that traditional plank that we were doing. Doing good. Belly button in, tailbone tucked under. Drive through the heels. Last 5. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. If you need to stretch it out really quick, feel free to do so, and then we're gonna make our way right back onto our backs. All right, so this time we've got a half body or full body extension for our exercise. So 3 options here. We start with our knees stacked over our hips. We can hug the knees in and just extend the arms. So those knees come right back to stacked above the hips. We can hug in, just extend the legs at any height, whatever version works for you, or full body, we extend the arms and the legs, okay? So 45 seconds of work here. You start in 3, 2, 1. You choose your version of this extension. The lower the legs drop, the more difficult it's gonna be. The higher they are, the more supportive it is of that lower back. Thinking about keeping that belly pulled in, that back down towards the mat so that we're not arching our back. If you notice that back starts to have an arch to it, then keep those legs up just a little higher. Doing good. You got 15 seconds left, and then we roll it over into a plank. A plank. We are almost done with class. Almost done. 2 more planks, 1 more exercise, and we finish it strong. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Stretch it out if you need to. Roll it right over into that plank. All right, this time, if you want to spice up your plank, you can drop those hips side to side. Option, you always have to go back just to that regular plank, or you always have what we did last time, shifting forward and backwards. We've got a couple of options here. If you're dropping side to side, just rotate those feet. This can be done on the forearms or arms fully extended. You're almost there. One more exercise, one more plank after this. Stretch and you are finished. 3, 2, 1. All right, last one. So, last one, I'm not going to go easy on you. This is going to be a more difficult one, but that's okay. There's lots of options no matter what level you are to be successful in this exercise. So, what this is called is a hollow hold. So we are going to start just like we did the extension. Our knees are stacked over our hips. We're going to keep those knees there to start with. Option, arms are going to reach right overhead. Lift the shoulder blades up off the mat. This is basic step one of this pose. If we want a little more, you take the hands back slightly, but you keep those shoulder blades up off of the mat here. Option 2, you extend those legs a little further or a little higher towards the ceiling or anywhere in between. This is going to be the most advanced version. So take your pick. We are going to move. This one is actually going to be much shorter. We're only going to do 25 seconds on this. Like I said, it's a little bit more challenging, but go ahead and get ready. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. In 2, 1, start with the arms up, lift the shoulder blades, and then start with the arms. Feel where you can be successful, challenged but successful, and then if it works for your body today, start to extend the legs. But we want to keep that back down on the mat. If it starts to arch, we're going to bring it back just a little. Those knees can also bend slightly. You got this. 5, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Ooh, rock it side to side. We're going to extend those legs all the way out on the mat. Extend those arms up overhead. Full body stretch. Inhale and exhale. Very nice. We're going to roll over onto our belly real quick. One more or 2 more little stretches here. So from here, we're going to come all the way down onto our belly. We're going to stack our shoulders over our elbows for a Sphinx pose here. Palms face down. Toes can either be tucked under or flat, either way. We're going to lift that chest a little higher. Think about pulling that belly button down towards the floor and lifting that chest up a little higher. Opens up through that core. Taking those eyes over your right shoulder and over your left. Back to the center, nice and slow. We're going to lower down, bring those hands underneath your shoulders. Push those hips back towards our ankles or our heels. Stretch those arms out overhead. Let that forehead fall to the mat. Rounding out that spine. We walk those hands up towards our knees, and we are all finished with our very quick, just about 10-minute hardcore class today. So again, my name is Wendy. Thank you for being here. If you would like, we would love for you to join us for any of our live group exercise classes or trying out any of our other on-demand classes that we have as well. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us at Rec Sports if you've got questions, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.